All right, welcome to another trading night school with Jim of all trades using structure, and to find trade setups and determine direction. And glad you guys are stopping by. Let me know when you get in, and we'll get started. I'm going to find you on my phone so I can read the chat. Let me know if you got good sound quality. All right. Let the Telegram group know we're in there. Sound off when you get in. Let me know you're here. Just one of you. Must be me. I think I'm watching myself. It is public. Okay. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you made it on time this time. Unknown now. What's up, Ken? Let's get this crypto, man. Glad you stopped by, buddy. I hope this helps you tonight. We're kind of waiting for getting a crowd in here, so sound off when you come in. I'd love to hear who's here. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Sherlock Holmesy. How are you? Glad you made it to another class. Hope they're helping you guys. Tonight's gonna be a good one. I think it's gonna. We're starting to get into the practical application of Elliott Wave and finding trade setups, and so I hope this one helps you. We're going to be looking at structure again tonight, practicing that structure on the Elliott Wave chart, and then going to be looking for how to trade the different setups that show up. Well, I'm glad you found me, Shasta. I'm glad you found me. Just turn on them notifications. I'm usually on time. Thursday nights, 10:30, 9:30 Central. Hey, by the way, Shasta, thanks for such a good comment today. It was really encouraging. It just did my heart good. Appreciate it. Thank you. A lot of you guys are super encouraging in the comments. I can't tell you how important that is to me. Just talking to a screen every day is hard, but getting to know you guys and uh, just learn who you are through your comments and through your interactions, and so it's pretty fun. Hey, Mike. Thank you for that, man. You are too. You're always one to just be so just kind in your comments. So thank you. How are you guys doing on this trade? Anybody take the trade? Anybody take the short? I'm currently short. I was short from 9,600 to to 86.60 and closed it, and then reopened it at 87. It was 87.87, I think. And I'll tell you why. Oh yeah, Dragonfly tonight's a big night. I would hang around if you can for this one. This is a big piecing it together video. It's a practical application of structure, and this is my primary tool for analysis is structure. So once you begin to get to learn and understand structure, um, you're going to be good to go. So yeah, if even if you can't stick around for the live stream, guys, remember they're all recorded. So go back and watch them whenever you can. And these are for you, guys. These are for you. I'm not selling anything. It's just it's for you. I so want you guys to avoid the mistakes that I made learning. I didn't have any teachers. I didn't have anybody that I sat under. All of this is kind of a result of me learning through hard knocks, and I just want to protect you guys from those things. So yeah, losing positions hurt. I know, I know, I know. The market does always come back. Don't be too, I can't. I'm not going to give you trade advice or financial advice, but I have waited trades out for weeks. I don't recommend it, but I've done it. I've done it. Uh, so yeah, yeah, I know what it's like to be in a bad position. You're gonna have to learn to discipline yourself and cut those trades. There's going to be a night where we talk about psychology and trade setups and discipline, and so this is coming in the future. But tonight we're going to focus on structure and applying it to trade setups. All right, we ready to go? We got 13 of you. Got my tea and ready to go. Thank you again, guys. Appreciate all the encouraging comments as you came in. I really appreciate it. All right, let's review, and I want to just review last week, and let's review basic structure of the market. Okay, and what's up, Tim? Let's review the basic structure of the market, and then let's start applying it. Okay. All right. So let's get to it. Make sure, if you can, try to be at your computer, at a desktop or a laptop, not your phone, and be watching me on your phone or watching me on a tablet or some other screen like your TV or something, so you can kind of copy what I'm doing, so you can learn TradingView along the way. And get more efficient at using these tools. Okay. All right. Let's remind ourselves of the basic Elliott Wave rules and structure. Okay. Now there are two types of waves that we basically want to concern ourselves with and our thinking. Okay. There's two types of waves we want to think about. The two types of waves are, throw them in the chat real fast. What are the two types of waves? Just as a quick review. It was a 30-second delay, guys, so awesome. Yes, a motive wave, or that's the same as impulsive wave, so both of you are correct. Awesome, Johnny 20. Awesome, Sherlock Holmesy. Rock on, Shasta. Tanya, 3 and 5. Okay, yes, 3 and 5. 3 waves and 5 waves. Very good. And so, Tanya, I want you to learn the 2 words for that, okay? But yes, absolutely. I totally hear you. So, yes. So, we have an impulsive wave that's going to be made up of 5 waves. And that impulse, you can have an impulse to the upside, or, guys, you can have an impulse to the downside. So, understand that. Impulses. It's really, really important that you guys can differentiate between an impulse wave and a corrective wave. So the two different types of waves are impulse and correction. And what you need to start identifying, the big deal in trading and using Elliott Wave is when waves are being formed, you have to identify, is it forming correctively or is it forming impulsively? Is it a corrective wave? Is it an impulsive wave? Okay, because that's going to tell you what's coming next. Okay, because after every corrective wave, you either are going to get another corrective wave and it's going to become a complex correction, or you're going to get an impulse. Okay, and after every impulse wave, you're going to get a corrective wave. You don't get an impulse after an impulse unless it's a reversal, but it'll be an impulse to the opposite side. So again, as we begin to think about structure, we need to learn the difference between an impulsive wave and a corrective wave. Okay, so here's a 5-wave impulse to the upside, and then basically the corrective waves are going to be 3-wave-ish. Okay, they're generally 3 waves, or they can be complex corrections. Or formations like a triangle or something like that. Okay, so that's another type of a corrective wave, a complex structure. But that being said, we're just talking in generalities right now, and there's lots to learn in all of that. But I'm trying to water it down and get to the okay. What is the meat and potatoes here that I can begin trading with? Okay, all right. So impulse and correction. Now let's talk about the rules for the impulse wave, because we have to know these rules, because if you're going to identify an impulse wave, you have to be able to ask yourself, does it follow all the rules for the impulse? Because if it breaks any of the rules, it's not an impulse. And if it's not an impulse, guys, it's a corrective wave. That's it. If it's not an impulse, it's a correction. And so that's the first thing you've got to begin to learn how to do, is to identify the difference between an impulse and a correction. Okay? All right, let's talk about the rules here. The shortest, the wave that is never the shortest. What is that? What is that? The wave that is never the shortest. Yes, never the shortest. Does wave 3 have to be the longest? Do you have a list of rules? I do. It's in another video. You can find them pretty easily, Tanya, on if you Google it. Okay, the rules for an impulse wave. If you just kind of go to Google, guys, you can find all kinds of resources for Elliott Wave. Okay, rules for let's see, rules for impulse waves, Elliott wave theory. Boom. Okay. Here's a web page, comes right up. Rules, guidelines. Here you go. Start reading. Okay. Basic. Let's see. You'll get the basic rules and things. You can start reading. So there's all kinds of resources out there. There are cheat sheets galore out there that you can find for impulse waves and things of that nature. But here's a good list right here. Well, here they are, right there, guys. All right. So you can kind of look at those, Tanya. Yep, no problem. All right, so impulse wave. Does 3 have to be the longest? No, but it cannot be the shortest. Big deal. All right, the rule for the 2 wave. What is the rule for the 2 wave? The second wave, the number 2. This is in an impulse. What's the rule for number 2? Wave 2. Rock on, Ken. Ken, you're rocking it, man. Rocking it. Unknown now. Yes. Can't pass the origin 1. Yes, good. Yes. Wave 2 cannot retrace beyond the origin of wave 1. So you'll often see me in my videos. I'll put a little line at the bottom right here like this. I call them lines of death. Okay, because that's death to my count. That kills my count, right? So as price is coming down, if it comes down beyond the origin of this first wave, then that's not a 1-2. That's an AB, or this is going down to the downside. So the 2 wave cannot retrace beyond the origin of wave 1. It can go 100% of it though. Just can't retrace beyond it. The general principles is that it's going to be 50 to 61% general rule. It can come as low as 78%, 786 retracement. Okay. All right. If I basically blew this up a little bit here, um, yeah, let me get this wave right over here. There we go. And put the retrace tool on it. You should see the two wave retrace here to this region right here. Here's your zone right there, 50 to 78%. That's the common zone, and you'd watch those fibs, okay, and you'd be counting the waves as it comes down, right? So you're looking for 3 waves to come down. Okay. All right. Wave 2 is made up of how many waves? 3 waves. Wave 1. How many waves does wave 1 have? Yes. Wave 1 has 5 waves. Very good. So without asking a bunch more questions right here, give me the see. So the 1 wave, the 3 wave, and the 5 wave. They're all the impulse. They move the market. It's a push and a big push and another push to the end. They're impulsively moving. And that's where the word impulse comes from. Okay. So hey Christina, welcome to the nightly the trading night school. Glad you're here. Hey Philip, glad you made it as well. Now, the 2 wave and the 4 wave are the corrective waves, okay? And they're the waves that move in 3 waves. What is the 4 wave rule? And that's the final rule we need to know for the impulse. What's the 4 wave rule? The rule for wave 4. Hey Derek, glad you made it to the trading night school. Hope this is helping you. If you haven't, guys, if this is your first night making this this live stream, this trading night school, I'm going over stuff I've already gone over, and it may be new to you. So what you can do is you can go back to the old videos that are on my channel. Let's see if I have. Yeah, if you go to my playlists right here on my channel, I've got the playlist right here where you can find the essentials for being a successful trader, how to use trading view, how to paper trade, and then I begin the night school lessons right here. So you can kind of see those there. I've only got to lesson 4 there. You have to go dig the other ones out in my video list. So anyway, so that's a resource for you if you haven't caught the other trading night school. So they are invaluable and they are free to you guys. All right. Now, yes, wave 4 cannot retrace into the area of the 1 wave. So I often will put a line of death not only at the bottom of the wave, but also where wave 1 is. And I'll often put a line of death there. And so I watch that wave 4 as it's being made. If it goes down and retraces into the area of wave 1, then it's not a wave 4, except, as Ken said, in a diagonal. Okay? It in a diagonal, which we haven't really gone over, but a diagonal will look like a wedge shape. Okay, it'll form kind of a wedge pattern, and the wave shape will be all 3 wave structures, but it'll look something like this, just like that. And the 4 will overlap the 1. Okay, and that's what a diagonal looks like. Let's see. And in fact, if you'll notice right here, we have a diagonal forming. I've got this marked as a diagonal here. Not the entire thing, but actually the C wave is a diagonal. And you'll notice that the 4 wave here overlaps where the 1 wave was. And so there you go. All right. All right, so there's the review, guys, for an impulse wave. Those are the rules, okay? So just let me just say them quickly, and I just wanted to ask you guys some questions to get you all thinking and talking here. All right, in an impulse wave, it's made up of 5 waves, okay? 3 of them, 1, 3, and 5, wave 1, wave 3, wave 5, they're all the impulse moves that move the market in a particular direction, whether it's up or down, okay? So the impulse waves are what move the market, while the corrective waves retrace the market, okay? Now, the wave 2 can never retrace past the origin of wave 1, okay? And wave 4 can never retrace beyond the top of wave 1, okay? So that's your 2 rules there. Wave 3 can never be the shortest, Okay, never, ever, ever, ever the shortest. Okay, wave 1, 3, and 5 all have 5 waves, while waves 2 and 4 will have generally 3 waves in it. Wave 4 is the only wave that can have a triangle in it. So if you see a triangle forming, people, if you see a triangle form, it's a wave 4, or it's a B wave. That's the other area that a triangle can form. Okay. Let me see something here. I just got a text and it may be important. Let me check it out here very quickly. Okay. All right. Okay. Rules for corrective waves very quickly, because I want to get to the structure here. Okay. Now we have different kinds of corrections. Okay, basically there are 3 categories of corrections for the most part. Okay, 2 overall categories: simple and complex. Okay, and then within those categories there's a couple subcategories. So generally we label corrections with letters. Okay, so a simple correction would be an A, B, and a C. Okay, so that'd be an A, B, C. That's a zigzag. Okay, then we have another type of correction. I'm just reviewing, guys, all the stuff we've already covered. Okay, so I'm going fast. So, this is a flat correction here with a B. Who knows how far the B needs to retrace for this to be a flat correction? The B needs to retrace a particular amount to be a flat. What does it need to be? %, at least. 90% is the minimum. So if it's a flat correction, the B needs to come back at least 90%. It can retrace to 100%. Now, if B retraces 100% plus a little bit more and goes higher than the origin of A, what kind of flat do we call that? When the B actually goes higher than where the A started. So A, B, C, what kind of flat is that? That's an expanded flat. Very good. There you go. Unknown now, that would be an expanded flat. A running flat is where the C is shorter, okay? Where the C is shorter than where the A. Usually C is going to extend beyond where A ends. Well, C actually is shorter. B is higher and C is shorter. And the way the market moves, it moves kind of like this. It's so bullish, maybe, in this scenario. It gets up here, it corrects, goes up, does a short one, and it continues on. And it just looks basically like it just continues going. Let me show you in the market where we have one of those. Let me pull it up in Bitcoin here. Go to the 4-hour. Right here. Okay. Back in our bull move before, when it was going up, here it is right here. See the structure right here? That's a running flat. Here it is. A flat correction, guys. Remember, let's review the rules for a flat correction real quick. How many waves does A need to have in a flat? This is really, really important that you guys know this and remember this. A does not have 5 in a flat. In a flat, A will have 3 waves. Yes, very good. Okay, B will have 3 waves, and C will have always 5. There you go. A flat is a 3, 3, 5. Okay, now a running flat is where you have a 3, 3, 5. Okay, but the market just takes off. Let me just show it to you here. You got a 3-wave structure right there. See it? That's 3. We got a 3-wave structure here, but notice the top of it, where it comes beyond the origin of this corrective wave. Okay? But that's 3 waves. That's not 5 waves. That's 3 waves. Okay? Now, how do I know that's not 3 waves? Well, you say, I mean, how do I know that's not 5 waves? Well, let's measure it. Look at the measurement of it. It comes to the 1-to-1 extension, okay? It's a 5-3-5 correction. It's a 5 wave, a 3 wave, and then a 5 wave. That's a 5-3-5 correction. Okay? So right here, you've got another 3 wave, okay? And then look at this. You got a 3 wave right there, okay? Now let's just look at the overall shape. Boom, boom, boom. Market takes off. That, my friends, is a running flat. You see it? Let me know if you see it. I said this was 3 waves. That has to be 5 waves. The C has to be 5 waves. Let's check it out and see. I might be wrong on that, guys. I mean, but that's the shape of a running flat. But I might be wrong on whether that's a running flat or not. Yeah, I'm not getting an impulsive. Could be wrong on that, y'all. I might retract it, but that's the idea. That's basically what running flats do. But I don't think. Oh, wait a minute. That could be a diagonal. Maybe a C wave ending diagonal. I don't think so either. See, we don't always get it right. Truncated 5, no, not a diagonal. Yeah, it's not a running flat, guys, but that's the idea. That's what it looks like. All right, well, there you go. Running flats are hard to spot, especially when the market is being made. So yeah, that's tough. I mean, it's got the shape of a running flat because that is 3 waves in there. Unless you say that's an expanded 5th wave, and that's tough too. All right, we'll talk about that later. All right, so that's a running flat, guys. Sorry, we got derailed a little bit there, but yeah, I think I've been counting that as a running flat for a while. Haven't checked it in a while. All right, and let's see. So we've got a flat, expanded flat, running flat. Okay, now let's talk about double corrections or complex corrections. Okay. July 15th to August 1st for a flat. Is it a running flat? I was trying to find a running flat, Ken. Flats are all over the place. I can find the flat. Like here's an expanded flat. We've got an expanded flat right here. I mean, so that's easy to find. We've got right here for a flat. That's an expanded flat there. You might even call that a kind of flat right there. But I was trying to find a running flat. And running flats, I mean, that's kind of the way they're shaped. Wait a minute. This might be one right here. This might be one right here. Come on. Boom, boom, boom. Off to the races. I think that's a running flat right there. I'm not going to check it. We're just going to call it a running flat. All right. They're really powerful in bull markets or bear markets. If price is moving really impulsively and really moving, they happen a lot. So yeah, I think that's a running flat. All right, all right. I don't want to get derailed too much. I'm spending too much time in review, but I'm notorious for reviewing a lot, and the reason is because I want y'all to get it, and I'm a teacher. So yeah, I want you to get all that. All right, so now let's look at WXY. WXY now, what we're going to do is just it's nothing more than three-wave structures. Okay, it's like a double, like a WXY is a double correction. It's a double three-wave. Okay, so when we see this delineated like this, what we're going to have is an ABC and another ABC. That's a double zigzag basically, or a double correction. And then the X wave is any three-wave structure, or you can have a triangle in there, whatever you want there. So you need basically a three-wave, generally a three-wave, and then a three-wave like that. Okay, so that's what a WXY is. Now, you'll never guess what a WXYZ is. WXYXZ. It's the same thing, except what we've got is a three-wave correction in W, in Y, and in Z. Well, I'm trying to get it. Okay, and then you got three waves, X waves as well, or you can have triangles. Okay, like that. So those are the complex corrections, all right? So what you have to begin to understand is that your market, the market that we trade in, guys, they're full of WXYs. They're all over the place, okay? They turn a simple correction into a complex correction. Here's how it works. Okay, you got a five-wave move to the upside, right? And what will happen is you'll get a three-wave pullback like this. And what are you thinking comes next? What most people think comes next? Well, an Elliott Wave trader is like, oh, I'm going to go long here because we're going to get another impulse to the upside, right? But what the market will do is that they'll do this instead, and then they'll take it down again, okay? And they'll do something you don't expect, because they'll take this correction and they'll turn that simple correction into a complex correction. They'll just double it to confuse traders, or to elongate the correction, or to drag the correction out over time. If they're moving price up, they're just going to do the correction and keep on rocking. Okay. Okay. Hey, Rom. Let's see. Yeah, sure. What's the date and time stamp for Ethereum? We'll look at it a little later, if it helps the class, for sure. Okay, so that's what happens in trading, guys. Is they'll take a simple correction, and you're thinking we're going to get another impulse up. So you got an impulse here, and you're going to get another impulse. And what they do is, instead of getting the impulse, you'll get a corrective wave, a three-wave structure, and then you get another three-wave structure. But that's what I want to begin talking to you guys about tonight. Is that what you need to do to become a proficient trader with Elliott Wave, is to learn what the structures look like. Okay, and so this is a big deal, guys. A really, 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 really big deal. Okay. Because you have to begin to identify the differences between an ABC and a WXY. Okay, now an ABC correct, and I need to spend some time here, guys, and so this is going to be helpful to some of you. Some of you are going to be like, I know all this. Well, I'm teaching a bunch of different kinds here, so understand that. So what you need to understand for an ABC is that your ABC is going to have 5 waves in the A, 3 waves in the B, 5 waves in the C. And to be honest with you, I don't see a ton of those in the market, to be honest with you. I don't get those a lot. And if you get them, they're harder to find, especially in this correction right here. There aren't a ton of 5 wave structures. There are 3 waves all over the place, okay? But so an ABC is going to have a 5-3-5, but a WXY, guys, listen, a WXY, it's going to be a 3-wave move. It's going to, just like an ABC is. But the difference is, you're not going to get 5, you're going to get 3, okay? And you're not going to get 5 in the C, you're going to get 3. And you've got to begin to understand that and see that, okay? So when we have an impulse wave let me talk to you about trading and how to use structures to trade. Okay, an impulse wave here. You ought to be thinking, okay, 5 waves is finished. Where's the trade? Well, if you want to trade the top of this impulse wave, number one, it's hard to find the top of a wave. It really is. But let's just say you catch the top and you get a 5 wave move and you got 5 waves and you count it and it's finished. It comes with divergence in the RSI and so we'll talk about that another day. But you got the top and you go short here. Okay, and then you get a 3 wave move right there, right? Okay, this is your take profit zone once you have gotten your 3 wave move to the downside. Now, it's risky to go in up here because what if this wave continues, okay? So here's the better way to trade that, okay? As we begin to think about structure and how to trade these structures. Ideally, you want to go short at the top of an impulse to the upside, right? But how do you know when that impulse is done? Once you get a 5 wave structure off the top, ooh, that's a big deal. You get 5 waves off the top. That's an impulse wave to the opposite side of the direction. Based upon that, you get 5 waves. What's the logical next move? What are you going to get next? If you get a 5 wave impulse to the downside, you're going to get a 3 wave impulse to the upside. Not impulse, but a 3 wave correction to the upside. Where's the trade? It's at the top of that 3rd wave, at a retrace level of that wave. And then you can play that next wave short. What you're going to get is a 5, 3, 5. So the safer trade in this structure is to wait for this 5 to finish and then also wait for this thing to finish as well, this 5 wave, and then wait for that 3 wave pullback. Wait for all of it. Then once you get it, this is where you go short and you trade this last leg right there. Okay? So that's the idea. That's a trade idea or a setup based upon this structure. So if we've got an impulse market here going on the 5th wave, okay? When the 5th wave is complete and you're counting those waves, right? You got 5 subwaves here, 5 subwaves here, 3 wave pullback, and then you get another 5 wave move, okay, to the upside. You can try to nail the top, but guys, let me just tell you something. Nailing the top isn't always easy. There are ways to do it. I'm going to talk about them in later days, okay? But you're going to try to short from here, right? Well, if you go short here and this wave continues up, that's the danger. So what's the safer trade? You wait for there to be a reversal off of the top, okay? Ideally, you'd like to see 5 wave impulse. If you don't get that, what if you get a 3 wave impulse off the top like that? I keep saying impulse, but what if you get a 3 wave corrective structure off the top? What do? Well, you wait for you can try to go long here, see if it's going to go to the upside. Okay, so once that 3 wave is finished, okay, you can go long off of that, expecting, well, there's an impulse wave, that's a corrective wave. You can go long on that. Okay, so that's a way to play that. You can play that long after that 3 wave correction. Or you can see what you get afterwards. After this 3 wave, what if you get another 3 wave like that? What do you know comes next? After a 3 wave and then a 3 wave to the upside, what's going to come next? Well, this would be the beginning of a W and X, and so you know you're going to get a Y wave down like that. Okay, you're going to get a Y wave. But you won't get 5. If you get a 3 down and a 3 up, you have to get you could get a 5 down if it's a flat. Okay? So it just depends if it's a flat. So if this 3 up comes 90% of that wave, we could get 5 waves down. Okay? Let's go to the BTC chart and just take a peek here. I'm on it already, but let me show you the top of our correction here. So here we had 5 waves to the upside. We counted this all the way up. 1, 2, there's 3, 4, and we got our 5th wave up to the upside. And there's 5 subwaves in there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now what you'll notice, let's see if I can find it here. What we had here, we had some divergence on the 2-hour chart in particular from this wave to this wave. Once I saw the oversold condition and the divergence, that told me this 5 wave was complete. And look at the structure of the wave that came down off the top. What's the structure of the wave that came down? Right there. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? Now, after that 3-wave structure, we don't know what's coming next. You never know. But once that 3-wave structure is complete, now, why do we know that's going to be 3 waves? Well, I mean, all of this is impulsive. We need correction. We need a corrective wave. We're looking for a 3-wave structure off the top. Okay? So that 3-wave structure came down. We got it. Now, what's important to know is that we don't know when that's going to end, so that's why the Fibonacci's are so important. And I don't want to get sidetracked quite yet off of that, but I need to really remind you that these corrective waves, they hit the 1-to-1 extension and the 1276. But also if they're really sometimes they'll hit the 786 like this one did. This one came down to the 786 and reversed. But here's the cool thing. Here's something we know. Look here. We had a 3-wave structure, and then what came next? A 3-wave structure. Now I want to show you the fib extensions. Look at that. This correction came to the 1-to-1 extension, and we got a reversal off of it. Okay? So here's the cool thing. We got a 3-wave move correctively. A 3-wave move correctively. We know from structure now that we're looking for 3 waves down, or we're looking for 5 waves down, because this could be a flat kind of structure. That almost came to 90%. Didn't quite make it to 90%. So technically it's not a flat, but listen, if it looks like a duck and walks like a duck, it's probably a duck. Okay? Even though it didn't quite make the rule for a flat. Anyway, we got a 3-wave, I'm looking for a 5-wave or a 3-wave. This is a perfect trade opportunity right up in here. It's a perfect trade short to go short with confidence, because you got a 3-wave and a 3-wave. So on the 2-hour chart, this is a perfect opportunity to go short and not to worry about it. You can enter that short, put your stop just above here, above this last wave up here, and you're rocking to the downside. And what would we be targeting? We'd target a 1-to-1 extension. Boom, almost came to the 1-to-1 extension. Didn't quite make it. If you want to be conservative, target the 786 and take your profit. But that's what we're talking about in this lesson. When we got to start watching structure, and we have to understand the Elliott Wave structures enough so that we can begin to say, what's next? Okay? That's what I want you guys to begin thinking. What structure do I have? What's next? What has to come next? What could come next? That's what I want you guys to begin thinking about, okay? What has to come or what could come. And so on my daily videos, guys, what I'm doing for you is I'm looking at the current structure. I'm like, okay, this is what we got. This is what it could be, okay? It could be this, it could be that, right? And I'm taking my knowledge of structure and saying, okay, price could do this in this shape, or it could do this in this shape. If it does this, I'm going to trade this. If it does that, I'm going to trade that. And you got to begin to learn these structures. So you got to study, you got to practice, and then, excuse me, and once you see, once you practice and you begin getting good, you're going to begin to identify. Okay, what's going to come next? What's going to come next? All right. let me show you. I want to give you some practical application here in this region right here. And I missed this bull move. I missed it completely. But I want to go back and look at the structure, and I want to identify why I should have gotten it. And I want to remind you guys. Let me know if you're still with me, and just give me some feedback here in the chat. Let me know if you're still with me. You're following. You're understanding what I'm saying. You're seeing the importance of it at least. Let me know you're tracking. Awesome, awesome. All right, just want to make sure you guys are with me. I don't want to talk outside of you. You know, I don't want to mess you up too bad. You know, I'm going to remove all my drawing tools off of this chart, and I want to show you. And I'm also going to show you how I should have traded this. Okay, it's always easy hindsight to know what's coming, but I want to talk to you about identifying the structure here, and the fib relationships, and then how we should have traded it, and why I should have actually gotten that move when I didn't. Okay, all right. Don't forget, you can always go back and watch again. Okay. Well, Mike, glad you made it, and welcome. Yep, Elliott Wave is tough. Make sure you watch the other videos to kind of catch up, so you can start watching those through the week, and you can catch up in your knowledge a little bit. It is new, and it'll take you a while. It's taken me years to get to this level, but I've been self-taught. I didn't have any teachers, so I didn't have anybody explaining these things to me. I had to learn them on my own, and you know, I've had some teachers along the way, but yeah, certainly this is easier and better. Okay, all right. I guess before I do that, guys, let me remind you of the fib relationships between the 1 and the 3, okay? The 1 wave and the 3 wave, and then the A wave and the B wave, okay? I want to remind you, okay? So when we take our trend-based fib extension tool and we measure a 1 wave, okay, and we extend it off the bottom of a 2 wave, we should see the 3rd wave come up to the 1618, okay? We should see that 3rd wave come up to the 1618. That is a telltale sign that you have an impulse on your hands in the making. Okay. Now, if you see another wave happening like this, okay, and when you measure the first wave and extend it off the bottom of the second wave, and it comes and it stops around the 1-to-1 extension, or the 127, okay? The 1272 extension, or the 1276 is what I have on my chart. That is a corrective wave. So you need to learn to measure waves with your trend-based fib extension tool, so you can identify whether it's an impulse or a correction. So what I want to do right now, excuse me, my nose is itchy. Is I want to just show you the measurements of impulses and corrections. Okay, I'm on the 2-hour chart right now, and let me just show you. Let's just take some measurements of some waves here. Okay, so right, I'm going to zoom in right here to this area right here. Let's see what we've got. When I measure, I'm going to call this my first wave right there. Okay. Actually, let me measure my first wave right here. So from there, I'm going to take the trend-based fib extension tool. From there to there, this wave came up to the 786. That's a corrective fib. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure to the top of that wave down to this wave right here. And look what it came to. It came to the 786. This wave was kind of a 786 wave. Now, if I bring this one back, you see that the top of this wave came to the 127. That is a corrective wave. Okay, that's a corrective wave. Okay. Now, let me show you this wave right here. I'm trying to identify it here. That wave right there. Let's measure it. I'm going to take the trend-based fib extension tool. I'm going to measure the first wave, extend it back from the second wave. Okay, I'm going to zoom it up a little bit. Look what happened. We got a first wave, a second wave. Where the next wave came past the 1618. What kind of wave is that? Is that corrective or impulsive? Trader KR, that's knowledge I don't have. I will tell you, I will tell you right away that I don't know everything. I'll check it out, man. I haven't seen the 414 before, so I'll have to check it out. Yeah, so that this is a 5-wave move, and that third wave came to the 1618. That's kind of an impulsive wave. You can see how this last wave ended at the 2618. The fifth wave ended at the 2618. All right, let's check the next wave. Let's see what we got here. Now it's a little hard to see here, but here's the first wave right there. Or is that the first wave right there? There it is right there. You can see how this wave, then there, came up almost to the 1-to-1 extension. Okay, but what kind of wave is that? How many waves do we see? We see basically 3 waves there, and it came to the 786, almost to the 1-to-1. That's a corrective wave. Okay, now let's check this wave out right there. Right there. What is that shape, guys? What is that shape? I got a wave that comes up, then I got a second wave that comes all the way down. It retraces this level right there, and then it just shoots straight up. What is that? What is that? What kind of shape is this, guys? This A wave comes here, the B wave comes all the way back down to the origin of the A wave, 90% at least, and then it goes straight up, not running. It's a flat. You got it. It's a flat. Not expanded because the B didn't come below the origin of the A, but it is a flat. Okay? And a lot of times the telltale for a flat, guys, listen, this is a big deal now. I want you to listen to this. The telltale for a flat is not just the B wave coming all the way down to the origin of A, but that C wave shoots up. It just shoots up. It shoots straight up. Okay, and that's happened a lot. But this is a little flat correction right there. So what we actually have in this wave is we've got a WXY. We got a 3 wave, and then we got a 3 wave. That is a double correction. Nice job, Tanya. Okay, that whole thing is a WXY, but the Y wave is a third wave. It's a flat. Okay, pretty interesting stuff there. All right. Now, when I zoom out a little bit, just kind of showing you here, guys. Now, check it out now. Check it out. I got a 3 wave here. I got a big 3 wave here. And then I got a 5 wave here. How do we know that's 5 wave? Man, that's an impulse. If you can't see that as an impulse, you crazy. All right. So I got a 3, and a 5, 3, 3, 5, and this comes below the origin there. We covered this many times, but there's a large expanded flat right there. Let me show you the fib extension. If we just take the extension, we measure that guy right here. Measure that guy right there to there. You'll see that this came to the 1-to-1 extension and then came on down. All right, so you're going to find, guys, you need to learn to use that fib extension tool. You're going to have to measure your waves. How many waves does it have, and where does it measure? Repeat after me. How many waves, and where do they measure? How many waves, and where do they measure? Okay? All right. Now, remember what I told you guys about what the flat looks like? Remember, 3 waves. 3 waves, and then that C wave goes straight up. Okay? This is a flat, guys, all day long. Everybody in the market is looking bull right now. They're thinking, no, Jim, we got reversal off the bottom. That's a 1 wave. This is a 2 wave. We're going to the moon. All the market, I mean, except Elliott Wave guys. A lot of Elliott Wave guys see that. Okay? It's not going, in my opinion, not trading advice, not financial advice, my view of the market only, that is a flat all day long. It's an expanded flat. It's a X wave is what it is. It's a 3 wave move. Guys, and this whole correction, in my opinion, And this is where we left off last week. That this is a W, X, Y. That's an X wave. Now we're getting Z. And Z, guys, needs to be 3 waves. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm expecting this anytime now. So that's what I'm expecting in Bitcoin. All right. Now, I want to show you why I should have known that this was coming. Why I should have known. And why I missed it. And I learned big time from it. All right. Maybe not. We might not break the low. We'll see. We'll see. The cool thing, Trader KR, is once we get this move to the upside, we'll be able to take an extension and see where it lands, right? We'll be able to take that extension. Boom. Come to the 1-to-1, 127, whatever. Yeah, that's fine. No problem. We'll be able to at least get an idea. Probably go to the 786 since this whole correction's been big about the 786. Big time. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. All right, so tonight's lesson, again, is taking structure. We're trying to identify structure. Is it 3 waves? Is it 5 waves? Is it impulse? Is it corrective? And then we're trying to put that together and say, okay, what's coming next so we can develop a trade setup. Okay? So we're talking about application of structure here, and it's just kind of beginning lessons in that. Okay? Well, let me show you why I should have had this, and I didn't have it. Let me show you why I should have. Okay. Well, once this made this move right here, I mean, first off, here, I tell you what, let's replay the wave. Replay. And let's start right here. Okay, we got this bottom. Now let's just track this thing. Let's track this wave. Yeah, I think you're right about that. All right. What do we have as far as structure here? We got a reversal. Boom, boom. How many waves do we have there, guys? How many waves right there so far? Let's measure it now. So what we have here is we've got a 1, 2, 3 wave move. Okay? Then what we've got, and it comes to the 1-to-1 extension almost. Not quite. Then we got another move to the downside and one more hit up to that 1-to-1 extension. I am of the impression that this move right here is part of the down move. Okay? So what I believe we have as far as structure is concerned here is a 3-wave move to the 1-to-1 almost. So we got a 3-wave move. What do we get next? Well, this is the interesting thing. This is big deal, guys. Y'all with me? Let me know you're with me because this is a big deal now. Huge deal what I'm about to show you. Big time, big important thing. You ready? Here it goes. After this big move to the downside, we got a 3-wave move to the upside. If we got a 3-wave move to the upside like that, what are you expecting to happen next? What do you expect to happen? If price is going to continue down, we expect the next 5-wave move to come. So we would expect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. We got a 3-wave correction because that's a corrective wave. It's 3 waves, came to the 1-to-1 extension almost, and we would expect a 5-wave move after that. But what did we get? Now this is a big deal. What I'm about to show you is a very, very big deal. What we got next was a 3-wave move. We got a 3-wave move, a 3-wave move. Okay. What we got after that was tricky. We got a 3-wave move that broke the top of this wave right there. But it was a 3-wave. Okay? And then we got this either a 3-wave or that's a 5-wave move. Debatable there. Actually, it's a 5-wave move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 waves. You got to see it on the smaller time frame. Can't see it there. Can't see it there. There it is. Let me show you the structure and why we know what's coming next. If you can put it together as it's being made. 3 waves. Okay. Okay. Then we got this 3-wave move. We got this 3-wave move. Now here's what happens. We got a 3-wave that came higher than that. What should we expect to come? 5 waves down. Because what that is a flat to the downside. An expanded flat to the downside. Let's measure it. Let's see what we get. Yeah, that comes to almost to the 2618. Now, one might debate that. But here's what we got next. You see the bottom of this wave? It came down to the origin of this wave, maybe even went just a little bit past it. Look what we got. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. 3-wave, 3-wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 waves. That's a 3, 3, 5. What is that, guys? That's a flat. That's another flat. Okay, so once we got this 3-wave, and then once this was a 3-wave, okay, right here, and that is debatable because you could have done this. That's 3, then that's 3. That's either way, you got a 3 and a 3, okay? So once you had that 3 and that 3, we're looking for 5. Or we're looking for 3 to the upside. And that would give us our WXY. But either way, once you got that 3 and that 3, we can confidently trade that to the upside for 5, for at least for 5 or 3 waves, confidently. Okay. All right. Well, especially once we got the reversal. Once you got the reversal confirmation. Now, let's continue with the wave as it's being made. Okay. Let's stop right here. What we got here off the top here is we got a wave down and a wave up. Okay. Let's measure it and see what we got. I'm just going to put my fibs on it. Okay. Now this one came higher than that one. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of keep playing and see what we got. It never gets past the 1618. It's kind of hanging around the 1276. Now we're getting a wave to the upside. So here's what we got so far. We got a 3-wave move, and then we got a 3-wave move to the upside. And that 3-wave didn't come past the 1618. It was just 3 waves, and it didn't come past the 1618. Let's look at this one right here and measure that guy and see what we got here. We got 3 waves. It didn't pass the 1618. It wicked it, but it didn't go past it. Okay. All right. So we got a 3-wave down, a 3-wave up. Now here's what do you know is coming? We got a 3-wave down and a 3-wave up. What's next? What's going to happen next? So we got this flat that finished. This flat is done. Okay? Look at the extension, by the way. I never did measure it. It came to the 127. right up here. Beautiful extension, okay? So this came to a corrective level, okay? And then what we got off of the top is we got this three-wave move that didn't pass the 1618, okay? And then we got this three-wave move that didn't pass the 1618, and then we got a reversal. So what's coming next? You go, girl. Christina Cham, you go, girl. That's right. We're expecting then a three-wave move to the downside. That's what you're going to get. So you have a trade here, guys. You have a trade. You're looking for three waves down. That's going to be about the same size as these waves. You're looking for three waves down. Boom, boom, boom. You got it. You got it. So this is the way I want you guys to begin thinking. Okay, what do I have? I got three waves, I got five waves. I got a 3-3-5 here. Oh, that's a flat. I got a 3-3-3. I got a 5-3-5. You begin looking for structures. Is it corrective? Is it impulsive? Okay, and then you say, okay, if I got a 3 down and a 3 up, what's coming next? A 3. Now, why isn't it a 5? Can't we have a 3-3-5? Why not a flat? This wave didn't come high enough for a flat. Okay? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, expecting 1, 2, 3. Let's see what we get. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's following my wave like it's perfect. Look at that. Guys, what I do on YouTube every day is not magic. It's application of Elliott Wave. And I just drew that on my chart, and that wave went perfectly. Okay? Now, you say, well, Jim, you knew it was coming. Well, I forgot. I took it off. I don't know what's coming. This was a trade. You had a trade here. And it went down from 83, it went down to 8,000 before it shot up for that second wave, right? So I mean, you had a $200 trade there, scalp trade off a corrective wave. How y'all doing with that? Is that making sense? Sometimes you have to let the market play out and let it give you what it's going to give you so that you can say, okay, now I see what we've got. And once you see what we've got, sense was made. All right. Once you see what we've got, then you can begin to look at what's coming next. Okay, what in the world's happening here? Oh, this market is so hard to figure out. What is going on? All right, let me stop it here. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. When I just look at this, overall, I see a boom, boom, boom. I see a big three wave here. There it is. 3, 3, 3. There's my WXY right there. So that's my first thing that I see. Okay, what's the next structure that I see? Ooh, look at that. What is that? What is that? It's a structure. What is it? What is that, you guys? It's a flat. That's right. That's right. So now here's the interesting thing. I've got this larger three-wave structure. I have a flat structure. And now what came after that was I got this impulsive structure, 5. Now here's the deal. I had a 3-wave followed by a 3-wave. What am I expecting to happen after that 3-wave and then a 3-wave? I'm expecting another 3-wave. But what I got was a 5-wave. That's cool. Why? Because once I got that 5-wave and then I get the 3-wave up, I'm going to get another 5-wave to the downside. Watch. Should get that. Ooh, that one was a quick one. But we got the shape nonetheless. Look at it. See it? So we got a 3, and this is a tricky one, but it's there. Check it out. There's 3 right there. boom, boom, boom. And then we got this reversal wave off the bottom there. Okay. So we're tracking this wave. Okay. We got an impulse. Guys, we got an impulse. We got a 5 wave. What do we expect after a 5 wave? A 3 wave. And what's going to happen after a 3 wave? We got a 5, then a 3. What would come next? Like, oh, we better be waiting for another 5 wave. Okay? So if you get a 5 wave to start, then you get a 3 wave pullback, you're going to get a 5 wave. Okay? There it is. Okay, now we're getting consolidation. Let's measure this wave now. Let's measure this. First wave. Wow, look at that, y'all. This wave came to the 1-to-1 extension and bounced right off of that. Is that impulsive or is that corrective, guys? Is that an impulse or a correction? It's a 3-wave move. Comes to the 1-to-1 extension. That is not an impulse. An impulse. Now each of these waves are impulses, but the overall structure, guys, is a correction. The overall structure is a correction. Why? Because this wave didn't get up to the 1618. Had this gone 5, 3, and then this came all the way up here to the 1618, we would have an impulse on our hands. Okay? We'd have reversal type action. Okay? But it didn't make it. It stopped at the 1-to-1. Let's keep going. This sideways corrective stuff. It came up. This is the one that when shot up and then came straight down, shot up to the 127 and then came straight down. It basically finished the 5th wave of that, or some kind of a expanded flat kind of deal. Okay. Now, what I wanted to show you was why I should have known that this big thing was coming. So let's watch. Let me show you. So as this was being made, I was tracking this wave, making daily videos about it, saying it could do this, it could do that. Okay. Come on, give me some information. Give me some information. Oh, it took forever. Took forever. Kind of came up, kind of came up. Okay. Let's get some information. Get some information. Okay. All right. Getting some information here. It's fun to watch the charts being made as it's being made. All right, we got information given to us. Now, once we start to see the shape being made, I want to show you something. Once I measure this first wave, once I got this first wave complete, let me get kind of bigger here. We got an impulse to the downside. That's all I can make of that. It's a 5-wave impulse, even though you can't see the 5 waves. It's an impulse. It's done. And then what do we get after that? What's the structure? What structure did we get? We got a 3-wave pullback, right? So there's a 3-wave pullback. Okay, it's not a flat. It's just a 3-wave corrective wave. So we had a 5-wave impulse, a 3-wave. Okay. Now what are we expecting next? What are we expecting to come after that? After this 3 waves is finished, and what I would do while this was being made is I put the fibs on it from there to there, and it came up almost to the one-to-one extension, didn't quite make it, then it came on down. Okay? Once it came down, that came down impulsively. Came down in 5 waves. Okay? Let me just show you as this information came in. Okay? So now what we had after that, after this impulsive wave, we had an impulse, we had a 3 wave. Okay? Now, I want to show you the corrective. Come on. Guys, and I want you to get used to measuring these waves with your fib tool. So we got a 3 wave to the upside. Let's just measure it. Here's the first wave, second, boom. Where did it come? It came to the one-to-one extension. Okay? What's up, Max? So we had a corrective wave to the upside. So there's your 3-wave structure. Okay, and that came to a corrective fib. Okay? So what are we expecting after a big 3-wave correction? We're expecting downside movement, right? Now that downside movement could be in 3 waves or it could be in 5 waves, right? So what did we get? We got this. What is that? What is that right there? It looks like 3 waves, doesn't it? Could be construed as an impulse. But that's definitely an impulse right there. Let's just keep going. Okay. And here's what we got. When I take the fibs, let me delete these for a second. I want to show you. It's a big deal. That's why I should have gotten this and I didn't get it. I should have. Once we got all that information, you see that? See this wedge shape that it's kind of forming? You see that shape it's forming? It's kind of a wedge, right? Now, what's interesting is that once you have this move here, okay, we never ever really made it past the 1-to-1 or the 127, if I remember. Watch it. Okay, got that down move. Got that down move. I was waiting. I was short here from $8,300. I was short from here. And I was waiting for this thing to come on down. I was waiting for another move to the downside. Now, why was I waiting for another move to the downside? I was waiting for it because I was looking for this thing to finish. Come down here to the 1618. I was calling for low 7,000s here, but it just never did. And in fact, it went up, and it was like, tag on it, right? All right, so once we got that, I said, oh no, okay, so here we've got this diagonal shape. I got a 3-wave, okay? So then I was like, okay, I waited through that trade. I waited through it because what we got here, I measured that to that. It came to the 127 and it stopped. That's a corrective wave. I'm like, okay, we're going down. It's good. It's a corrective wave. We're going down. It stopped hunted up here to the 1618, but then it started coming down. I'm like, there we go. That's what we're looking for. I want to see it come on down. And watch it. It's going to come on down. Boom. And we got that down move. And you know how happy I was? Buddy, I was ecstatic. I was ecstatic we got that down move. But let me show you something. Now let's just zoom out and look at the structure. I'm like, okay, we got a diagonal here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. There's a diagonal. It's beautiful. Okay, so that's a 5-wave. Then we got a 3. Now, what's the structure we got? We got a 3-wave upside. So we got a 5, a 3. What am I waiting for? What's coming next? I'm looking for 5 waves to the downside, right? I'm looking for 5 waves. And I'm thinking, oh, buddy, this is coming really, really, really deep. Here was 5 waves. Come back to the 3 wave. Now here's what happened. Here's what happened. We got the 5 waves. We got the 3-wave pullback. I'm waiting for 5 waves to the downside. We got that big, nice impulse. Now watch what happens. Where did it hit? What Fibonacci level did it hit? It hit the 1-to-1 extension. Now, this is really, really interesting. I should have been on guard. I should have been on guard for an expanded flat here. Why? I mean, I wasn't ready for it at all. But let me tell you something. I am now, buddy. Well, look at the structure. This is what I mean when I say structure. We got a 3-wave. Okay? Now we got a 3-wave, and it came to a 1-to-1 extension. Okay? Once it did that, I should be thinking, we got a potential for a flat here. And that wave's going to be big. Straight up kind of deal. Because that's what flats do. That C wave will shoot up on you. Why? Because here's the psychology of the move. Okay? You get this real strong down move here, but it only makes 3 waves, but it goes below the bottom of that wave. So you've got the A wave and then the B wave, and it looks impulsive to the downside, but it stops short. It stops at a corrective fib, and then it shoots up on you. Now, what does that do to traders? Well, the traders that were short, they got wrecked if they didn't stop it, okay? Because it went up on them. I should have, when this was being made, seen that structure. God, I should have said, oh, guys, we got 3 waves. Stopped at the 1-to-1. Guys, we got a big move to the upside potentially. And I should have been ready for it. Well, guess what? I ain't going to make that mistake again. I will not make that mistake again. When I see that structure again, I got a 3-wave followed by a 3-wave, buddy, and that stops at the 1-to-1 extension of that 3rd wave. Okay, I'm going to be looking for expanded flat. I'm going to trade it to the upside. Oh yeah, yeah, Christina. Once that thing came up, we stopped that trade. We stopped that trade. Okay. All right. How are y'all doing with all that? What I'm trying to model for you is show you is that as the market is being made, you need to start looking. As the market's being made, guys, you got to start looking for these structures, okay? You got to start looking for 5 waves and 3 waves. What structure do you have? What are the fib levels that these things are coming to? And you got to look for as many clues as possible so you can understand where price is heading, okay? So these are the skills that you guys have to start using. You have to take your knowledge of what the corrective waves look like and what the waves, impulse waves look like, and then you have to begin putting the structure together, okay? All right, for the rest of the class tonight, let's do this. Let's look at the structure that we have right here, and let's figure out this market together, okay? How would that be? We'll do some TA to finish up class, okay? I know you guys are doing a lot of watching of me this. I hope you're watching and understanding. I pray that you are. I know Christina is. She's on it. I mean, on it. And Max, thank you for that, buddy. I hope you're motivated. Man, we had a good trade to the south here today in Bitcoin, so I was pretty excited about it. All right, so what is the structure that I'm seeing here? Well, when I just step back and look at that wave, my eyes go to this. I see that trend line right there, and I see that trend line, and I'm like, that's structure, guys. That's a diagonal type structure. Okay? Now, I know that I got this impulse off of this low here. I got this just straight up thing. Okay? But what do I have here? Couple of things. It's either a 3-wave or it's a 5-wave diagonal. That's my take on it. I'm going to call that a 5-wave diagonalish family wave right there. Okay, that's what I see so far. We looked at this last week, and that is a 3-wave move that is not 5 waves. It is actually a WXY. I'm not going to re-justify that. But that is a WXY. That's a 3-wave move. So I've got a 5-wave structure followed by a 3-wave structure. Okay. What needs to come next? A 5, a 3. This needs to be 5. So if that's the case, this needs to be 5. Let's check it out. We got 1, but that 1 wave came down in 3 waves. That's interesting. This next corrective wave came up in 3 waves. I expect that. That's 3 waves there. This is 3 waves there. Now that's 3 waves, guys. What do we have here? Well, I mean, this is my current count. This is what I believe we have. We have a 5-wave there, A wave, followed by a B wave, and then this C wave is 5 waves. Always C is 5 waves. But that's in a diagonal shape. And in a diagonal, I haven't gone over the rules for a diagonal yet. I have a little bit. But every wave needs to be 3 waves. It needs to be progressively getting smaller waves. Okay? Guys, we are almost finished with this 5th wave. Almost done. And if that's the case, guys, if that's finished, whoop, that's where we're going. That's why I'm short-term bullish. Somebody had a question about that earlier. Let's see what the question was. Rom2NV said, since you're bullish on BTC short-term and bearish on ETH, do you think that when BTC pumps, it will drag all the alts up with it? Yes, I do, but we got to find a correlating count, and that's the challenge. But I think I have a correlating count with Ethereum and Bitcoin and Litecoin. So we'll look at that in just a minute. We need to talk about correlation another night, not tonight. All right. So yeah, after ABC, after a diagonal, you're going to get an up move. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to go straight up, and it doesn't mean it's going to be that tall either. Because ultimately, this is a 3-wave move. Now, the way I'm interpreting this market here, that's a 3-wave move. There either needs to be 5 waves to the upside, and we're going to get another impulse, and it's going to go bull. And that's why I've been saying in my analysis videos that we could have a bull move here. But I don't think so. In my macro count, we have a WXYXZ. Now remember, let's just zoom out, remind ourselves, what is that Z wave? Okay, W, X, Y, that's X. Now Z, everything needs 3 waves in all of these moves, okay? 3 waves, 3 waves, 3 waves, 3 waves. Okay, what comes next? 3 waves. See that move right there? That's what's coming next. We're going to get this move to the upside, but it's going to be corrective. It's not going to be impulsive, in my opinion. Now, it might come up in a big impulse with a corrective wave and another impulse like that, but that's going to ultimately come to a corrective fib, and then it's going to come on down. Okay? So I believe we're going to have a 3, a 3, and a 3 like that. Okay? So since this is Z, I believe we're going to get a 3-wave to the upside. But I'm going to trade it bullish anyway. Why? Because We're either going to the moon or we're going to three waves to the up, but I think we're going up. So now, structure. If I'm expecting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is a diagonal. It's looking great. I need then in this 5 wave, I need a 3 wave move. Okay? Because every wave needs a 3 wave move. So I'm looking for 3 waves in this 5th wave. So because I'm expecting 3 waves, what could those 3 waves be? Okay? Now, in a 3 wave move, guys, there's many different ways it can happen. What are some 3 wave structures that we know? We could have a 5, 3, 5. Okay, 5, 3, 5. That's a 3 wave move that we could get. Okay? What's another 3 wave move that we could get? Get the pin out here, it's faster. We could get a 3, 3, 3. We could get that. We could get a 3, 3, 5, and that has to be a flat, so that has to come up high here and then come on down. Okay, so those are the different structures we could get. So let's look and see what kind of 3 wave structure we're getting. Trader KR, go ahead and put your comment there. I will take a peek at it. Go for it. So this is what I think. Could be wrong. That's what I think. Check this out. What did we get here? We got a 3 wave move to the upside, and then we got this impulse. That's a 5 wave impulse, and it's finished. See it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 waves complete. Then what do we get after that? We got A, B, C, right there. So what are we going to get after that? Well, this is what I've been trading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It needs to be a 5. That needs to be a 3. And now I got to have a 5 wave structure to finish it. I need a 5, 3, 5. So we got to see, is this 5 wave complete? Now the other way to count that is that this is B. I exclude that wick and say that wick is an anomaly. Okay? And then this is A, B, and that's C right there. And this comes down for 1, 2, and I like this better. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're almost on 5. Looks like we got one more push down to the downside. Let's zoom in and look at this wave right here. So after our 3 wave count right there, we've got a 5 wave, a 3 wave. Now we got a little 5 wave and a 3 wave. That's a 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? That's the structure. Boom. Boom. There we go. 1, 2. Here's the 1618. Looks like the 3rd wave came right to it. Got the 4th wave right here. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like we got finished this 4th wave out, and then we're going to come down for one more push to around $8,400. That's what I'm looking at. So this is the way I would count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 doesn't violate the 1. The 2 doesn't violate the 1. We're good to go. So I'm going to now zoom into this wave right here, and I want to count that structure. I'm going to measure it and count it. We're going to go down to the 5 minute. Let's go down to the 3 minute and just look at this last wave and see if we can figure it out. Looks like we got a beginning diagonal here or some kind of a, that's a tough one there. Hard to see. This could be a 3 wave here, and that 5th wave it begins here. I'm not sure about that, guys. Let's try this. 1, 2. See the 1618? 3. Is that 4 and 5, and it's done? And we're going up from here. Could be, guys. Could be complete. It got to 84.90. Guys, this could be done. Or do we get one more push to the downside? Well, here's what I'm looking for. So yeah, this structure could be finished, guys. 1, 2. Now this could be 3 right there, and that could be 4 and 5, and we're done. Okay? Came to the 1618. I mean, it could be finished. Or this was the bottom of 3. We're getting our 4th wave right now. And we got to go down for 5. So this is the tricky part. This is the tricky part. So this is why in trading you could take your profit down here at this wave here and say, you know what, I'm just going to be happy with that. And if it goes down further, that's not my trade. You can take your profit. So yeah, it's a tough one right here, guys. Tough one to tell. Not sure. Not sure. So let's see what we got. Let's see what kind of structure we got here, and see can we figure out what we're going to get. I'm going to go down to the 1 minute, see if I can figure out some of the structure here. Yeah, there's just no way. That looks like a 5-wave structure to me, guys. It looks impulsive to me. Now this could be a flat right there. Could be. But what is this to the downside? See this right here? I'm just going to look at it. I see 3 waves there. Let's measure it. Even on the 1 minute chart, guys. Boom, that came to the 1276 extension. That's a corrective wave. So what I see right here is I have a corrective wave right there. Okay. I've got a little corrective wave here. See that 3-wave move right there? See if I can zoom in and show you. See that 3-wave move right there? Didn't violate the 1618, so that's a corrective move there. So now we're starting to get it a little bit here. What do we got here? We got a 3-wave move there, 3-wave move there. What do we expect this to be? Probably another 3-wave move there. And what that would be is a kind of a WXY of that. So that's an impulse and then a WXY. I have a gut feeling, guys, we could be done. This is our entry for a long, potentially, maybe, down here somewhere if this finishes out. So where would that finish? Where would that put us if that's the case? Let's see. If this 3-wave move is finished. 8511 is the 1-to-1 extension. 8500 is the 1276. I would be looking potentially to see what price is going to do once it gets here. Does it continue down like that? Or does it stop right there and seem to reverse? Because if that's the case, then you've got this shape. And what that could be is reversal off the bottom. And that's going to begin that move to the upside that I was mentioning. Or that's the 4-wave, but it can't violate the 1. All right. All right, see you, Christina. Okay, very good, Trader KR. If we take off by Saturday. Yeah, I think we're coming down, guys. I do. But I could be wrong. Have been before. But I'm not wrong because Elliott Wave doesn't work. I'm wrong because I didn't interpret it correctly. And that's what I want you guys to begin to understand. That we need to learn to be the good interpreters of what the waves are doing. Okay? And you need to take your time to be careful. Okay? So my big question mark is, are we going to get this another wave to the downside here, or are we done? I don't know. I don't know. I know this. Here's a line of death. Let me put a line of death right here. Apply these principles here. This 4 wave can't retrace up into this region right here. If it does that, then this is invalidated as an impulse wave. And if that's the case, if this wave comes up into here, then I've interpreted this wave incorrectly. And I'm not looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? Unless that's a diagonal. But that's not the shape of a diagonal. This 2 is too high. This 2 wave is too high for that. So anyway. All right, so tonight's lesson, just to review, is all about structure, looking at 5s and 3s, taking the rules of these waves and then saying, okay, what's going to come next? What needs to come next? Some of the things we talked about. If you get a 5-wave move followed by a 3-wave move, you're generally looking for a 5-wave move to follow it. Okay? A 5, a 3, a 5 will follow it. Okay, if you get a 3 followed by a 3, there's 2 things that could follow it. A 3 or a 5. But you know what's coming. If it's a 5, you know it's a 3, 3, 5 if it's a flat, if it's shaped like a flat. It's a 3, 3, 3 if it's more like a zigzag. But you know structure. If you got 3 waves followed by a 3 waves, you know what's coming next and you can trade it. Okay? So listen, guys. Here's the final application here. We got a trade setting up. Okay? This is what I've been sharing on the channel. Okay? We've got an ABC that's finishing out. It's finishing the 5th wave. Okay? I've done the analysis on the micro to see how close are we to finish. We're really close to finishing. So what we're waiting for, guys, is a move off the bottom out of this, breaking out of this zone. See this trend line right here? As soon as price moves beyond that, you know you got your reversal. You can do a couple of things. You can wait for that pullback, enter the trade, and take it north. Okay? Don't get too greedy here. Trade a corrective type level. So what would the shape be that would be corrective? Okay? You can wait for the move up and then the move back and then just trade that leg right here. Okay? Because once you get these 2 legs, you know what's coming next. Okay? If you can look on the small time frame, if you get a small wave and then a pullback like that, you can trade it to the upside. Okay, so it depends on the time frame that you're trading on. But the point is, we know that a correction, this 3-wave move is ending. Okay, we're trying to figure out when it's ending. Does it have one more push? I think maybe it might have one more push, but it might not. Are we going to miss out? Nah, we're not going to miss out. Just watch the structures that you get. Is it 5 waves? Is it 3 waves? Is it impulse? Is it corrective? Is it a 3-3? Is it a 3-5? Is it a 5-3-5? Okay. All right. All right. So I'm done. I've got Rom2 and V asking for a count on Ethereum. So I'm going to shift over to Ethereum and apply everything I taught you guys tonight. I know tonight was heavy, but I want you guys to just start understanding how to take the Elliott Wave rules and then begin applying them to trading. Okay, and so and this is just I did a lot in front of you just so you can see it, so you can start understanding the mindset behind it. And you guys are going to have to grow in your understanding and your evaluation of what those trades are looking like. So, all right. Let's look at Ethereum here and let's do a count. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a blank chart. Okay, Rom. And hey, yeah, no problem, Dinosaur Muscle Cars. Glad you stopped by, buddy. I'm gonna start with a just a blank chart here. Everything's off the chart. So this is the big bull move of 2017. What do we have off the top of that, guys? I mean, just looking at that off the top, we got a 3-wave move right there. Okay, there's the 3-wave move. I wonder what it measures, if it measures at all. Let's put it on log scale. There it is. That three-wave move right there doesn't violate the 1618. Okay, so it's a corrective wave that comes down to the 1618 and is done. Okay, now what do we have after that? After that move, what I see right away is this move and that move. Let's measure that. First wave to a second wave. Guys, this is really interesting. On log scale, this looks like a three-wave move. A 5, 3, and a 5. That's really interesting. On log scale. That's not an impulse wave. That's a corrective wave. Now, why do I believe that that might be a corrective wave? Because this didn't come past the 1618. See, the third wave needs to go to the 1618. Then you get the pullback for the fourth wave, and then the fifth wave should go on higher than that, right? So in other words, in an impulse wave, I'm looking for this. I'm looking for this third wave to make it up to the 1618, a pullback, and then another wave to go beyond it. Tanya, no problem. No problem. I'm glad you learned a lot. That's awesome. Yeah, just keep growing. Don't try to get it all. Just keep taking what you learn and apply it the best you can, and you'll grow. I promise you will. You can join my group, or you can join some other group that does Elliott Wave, and you'll grow amongst other people who are given their charts as well. Okay, Shasta, what's your question? How do you make the chart fill from a certain starting day? It would be useful for practicing. Oh, okay, good. What you do is you go to the replay at the top of your. You see the replay button up here. You click replay, and you click anywhere on the chart where you want it to go away. So there you go. It went away, and then all you do is hit play, and you change the speed of that play. So that's how you do it. And you can start practicing. Once you get these waves, you say, okay, what's coming next? And you start to predict what's coming next and where it's going to come by the extensions there. Yep, no problem. Okay, so what's interesting here is that we've got a 5-wave, that's a 5-wave impulse, followed by a 3-wave, and then what we have here, it looks like a 5-wave. This is really interesting. Guys, it is possible. I just want you guys to, I want to show you something. Wow. This is what we might be getting in Ethereum. Really interesting. That could be an ABC, guys. And here's what you've got. An ABC. An ABC. You got a 3-wave followed by a 3. What would come next, guys? What would come next? What would come next? We got a 3-wave and a 3-wave. Yeah. That's scary. Could that be it? Is this 3-wave not quite done? We're going to get a boom there, and then that. I don't know. Yeah, it won't be a 5-wave, right, Rom? Why? Why won't it be 5 waves? This didn't make it back up to 90% of this wave. So it wouldn't be a 3-3-5 because this B wave didn't get up here to the 90%. Now keep in mind, we could do this trick. We got a 3-wave. We got a 3-wave. We could get a 3-wave. This could become a big complex thing like that. And so you got a boom, boom, and then we get another boom. A 3-wave down in 2021, you know? I mean, that's possible. So that's pretty interesting. Pretty dang interesting. Okay, let's isolate this wave here and see what we've got here in this wave. So I'm going to zoom in 4-hour chart. See what we got rocking. There's the first wave, the second wave. Let's get it off a log scale here and see what we get. See how this came to the this came to the 1276. Came up. So what I'm looking at in this correction right here is I see a 3-wave structure. Yes, indeed. And that might be ZZT. That might be. Yeah, I'll do LTC next. No problem. So I see a 3-wave structure that comes to the 1276 and stops. I see a 3-wave structure that comes there. Now, let me get this off the chart. I'm just showing you the structures here, guys. What jumps out at me, okay? Just showing you the structures that jump out. I see this is a 3-wave move right here. A 535 right there. Then I see this little 3-wave, and then I see this 3-wave there. So I got a 3-wave, a 3-wave, and a 3-wave. So I'm going to count this as a structure. Okay? Then what do I have? I got a 3-wave there. Then what do I have? I got a 5-wave here. That's a 5-wave. I got a 3-wave there. See it? That's our flat. So I got a 5, a 3. I'm expecting 5 down. So this would be the structure right there. So to kind of put it all together, let's get a different color pen. See if we can put it all together here. I got a wave there, a wave there, a wave there, a wave there, a wave there. W, X, Y, X, Z, I think. That's the best I can come up with right now based upon the structure. Expanding triangle, huh? I don't like it. Not to be against you, unless you're talking about from the larger time frame. Nah. I don't like that as an expanding triangle personally. In fact, I'm one who tries to dismiss triangles as much as I can. I mean, I don't dismiss them. I mean, if they're there, they're there, but you usually don't see them to the end personally. Now, another way to interpret that is a 5-wave move. Let me see if I can. If we put it on log scale, this could be interpreted maybe like a 5-wave move. I don't like it, but I don't think so. That's why I think it's a WXYXZ. My primary count, I believe, I'm having a hard time with Ethereum, but dang it. WXY. See, I don't even like that. Actually, it could just be WXY altogether. WX, and this is Y. Usually get a one-to-one extension there. 125 is my target. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. So we need to come boom, boom, boom like that. So that's why I'm bearish on Ethereum. I'm seeing this just coming down, and just look at it. Just look at it. You see this major trend line here? I mean, it has held so nicely. It just broke today, guys. It just broke. The way I'm counting this, since this was an impulsive wave and I call that a flat, I'm looking for an impulse here. You know, it's hard. I don't. This isn't a triangle to me. I know it looks triangular, but it's not a triangle to me. This could be one. See the flat here, or the WXY there, two, and then we're getting ready to make 3, 4, 5, and that's going to get us down here. Huh. That looks like a 5-wave structure and a 3-wave. This actually looks like a 5-wave and a 3-wave. So I'm kind of thinking that that's a 1-wave and a 2-wave, and then we got a 1-wave and a 2-wave, and now we're going to get the 3, 4, 5, and that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all of that is the 3rd wave. It might come deeper than that, I'm just saying. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. But I need to see Ethereum take a dive. I mean, it needs to. If this is right, it needs to come down very impulsively. But what would that mean for Bitcoin? Because they all really need to do the same thing, right? There needs to be correlation, and so that's the hard thing. I'm having a hard time with the count for Ethereum. I can get a count for Litecoin that correlates with my Bitcoin count, but I'm having a hard time getting an Ethereum count that correlates with my Bitcoin count. So I'm having a hard time there. The only other thing I guess could happen is that we get a move like this. This comes down, and then we get, maybe this is a flat. And that's a possibility. So we got our 1 wave, and then we get this move like this, and all that's 2. And then it comes down. And that would allow for Bitcoin to do its thing and then come down. And so that would allow for that. That's a tough one. Nah, that's a tough one. So yeah, I just answered that last question, I think. I'm just kind of catching up with the chart here, guys. I mean, it's the chat. Yeah, Ziza, I see even lower count in particular. I mean, my first target is about 61, but I see a potential price even lower than that. But yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. I am one of the lessons I'm going to bring you guys is correlation. Correlation is huge in your analysis. You have to correlate your charts. You'll be right more often when you do. You will. So, um, yeah, we broke down. I'm seeing this as a possibility here. We got a 5, a 3. Let's see. I mean, this could be a 3 wave. Could interpret that as a 3 wave. 3 wave. And then you could do a 3 wave here. So if that's the case, you got a 3 wave, 3 wave. We're going to get another 3 wave. And we would have kind of a flat here in the middle. A really expanded one. And then we get the dive down. That's what structure is saying, but I don't know. It just looks like Litecoin. I mean, Ethereum just needs to come on down. So sometimes I just get the feeling that we broke. It needs to come. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's really, really tough. Let me show you my Litecoin count. Not super proud of it either. I mean, these counts are difficult for sure. Okay, here we go. Litecoin for me has been quite difficult. Let me remove the tools here. Quite difficult. But we got this 3 wave move here. It's a WXY at the top. So we got a 3 wave. We got a 3. It's kind of like Ethereum. We got a 3 wave. Now it looks like we're getting another 3 wave. Okay. This 3 wave right here has 3 waves in it. Okay. And what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing that expanded flat right here. Boom, boom, boom. Except this one goes, it makes a higher high here. I see a diagonal there. One, two, three, four, five, right there. See it? So that's my expanded flat for Litecoin. See if I can do a little bit better showing you that diagonal. I think this whole wave is a diagonal. You might just show it like that. And what we'd have here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. This one wave needs to be 3 waves, doesn't it? I don't like it. Maybe like that. So then we've come down. We're coming down impulsively now. So I'm looking for basically even if I don't understand all of this, I've got a 5 wave, then I got a 3 wave. So I'm expecting the next structure to be a 5 wave down. But the grand scheme of that, this whole structure would be a 3 wave. Something like that. and the one-to-one extension of that, $37. That's how we get down to 37, which I've been calling for a while. Okay, Max, I think you're right. Cool. So if that's the case, it would be 5. What, 3? That's a tough one. There's 5 in there. So 3 is a flat, running flat in there maybe. That's a tough count, but it looks diagonalish to me. So anyway, um, so yeah, so that would give you a 3, 3, 5 there. That would give 5, 3 wave, and now we're going to get a 5 to the downside. I'd be, if I could short Litecoin, I would. That's what I would do. Now let's zoom into this count right here and see what we got. Go to the 15-minute. Just applying using the structures to kind of say, okay, what do we got here? All right, so the first thing I do when I'm looking at that from the top here, I'm like, okay, what structure do I have here? What do I have? So I see that and that. This came to the 127, so I've got a 3-wave structure there. Maybe. Okay. How did I count this earlier? Oh, I know how I counted it. I'm going to move my fibs a little bit, guys. I'm going to put my fib right there for 1, right there. Changes where my 1618 is, but this is kind of like a diagonal here. That's a 1 wave and a 2, and this is a 1, 2 of the third. So I kind of see this structure right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All that's 5. So the way I would count that whole thing is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is the 5th wave. It's kind of an ending diagonal. It's an ugly one, but it's an ending diagonal. I think. It's oogly, but it's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's really, really ugly. So I'm counting this whole thing then. A way to count it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's your first wave. None of the rules are violated. We got a 3-wave pullback, and now we got a 5-wave, a 3-wave, 5-wave, 3-wave. We need to finish a 5. One, 2, 3, 4. Got to finish the 5. Came to the 1618. That's pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good to go. So we're waiting for this thing to finish. Now this is a 3-wave. Could be a finishing diagonal. We could make a larger 4-wave here. So we could come up and make a more complex 4-wave. As long as it doesn't break this line of death right there. And then come down for 5. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're just going to come on down like that. What would that mean, though? Oh yeah, I think I remember what I did with this now earlier. I remember what I did with it earlier, guys. I think what I did, because of the measurement, I went one, two, all that's three, four, and this is the fifth wave. And we're finishing 5 waves. I think that's exactly what I did with it. So let me put the measurement back up here. Yeah, here's the third wave here. It's an ugly fifth wave of the third, but it's there. Yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did. Had to work through it again. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, trying to finish the fifth wave. Probably coming down to around 57. Once 57 is done, then we're going to get a 3-wave pullback. So I'm looking for this in Litecoin. Something like that. And then we're going down. So that would kind of correlate with a move up for Bitcoin as well. So that's how I got Litecoin and Bitcoin correlating. So Ethereum then, once this is finished, we could have a three-wave move up and then come on down. That would be a way to correlate that. I don't like it, but I can't see it, but it's possible. So I'm looking for one more push down, 3-wave move up, maybe a long play here. That's the trade idea. Keep in mind, all that analysis could be wrong, could be heading straight down from there. Okay, let's go through the different options for the fourth wave. Max. Yeah, Hamed, I'll count it for you. Ethereum against BTC, sure. Let's go to this current fourth wave. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Looks like a diagonal, man. So I see 3 waves here. So there's no doubt that this is a 127. There's a 3-wave move. Okay, so that's a corrective wave right there. So there's the first structure, guys. Guys, this is the application of tonight's lesson, okay? This is big deal stuff right here. Okay? And you guys need to learn how to do it. I'm still growing. We're all growing. So I can't tell what that structure is, man, right there. I can't tell what that is. But that looks like a 3-wave. That looks like a 3-wave. If I measure that to there, didn't quite hit the 1618. We stopped shy. We came down 90%. When I just step back and look at that wave and I just kind of step back and say, okay, what does that look like? It looks like I got a 3 and a 3. So what do we expect? That's what I expect. I got a 3 that came to the 90% mark. I'm expecting that. So I'm expecting a flat, Max. How about a flat 5-wave up? So then we got that. And then we get our 5th wave down. So when we zoom out, now you can see it makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That finishes us out, $57 around, and then we go long, and then we got a good long potentially there. And that'll be a good long play for my friends that like to trade Litecoin. I've always been about Litecoin, but lately I've been just sticking with Bitcoin for a while because I can short it. So. All right, I had a request for Ethereum against BTC, so let's look at that. Coinbase? Sure. It's not a chart I've ever looked at. Whoa, Nelly. All right, there we go. This was September. So this is the okay. This is the top of the Bitcoin rally. Okay. All right. So what do we have here? What scale am I in? Regular scale. Okay. Okay. Looks like a 5-wave move. So that looks like a clear 5-wave move right there. And that's finished. So there's an impulse. Okay. Then what I see here is I got a 3-wave, boom, and so that's a big 3-wave is what that is. See that? So either, there's a couple options here. So sorry. We have a, we have a 3-wave that's finished, and now we're going to get 5 waves to the upside. Or this is just going to be a 3-wave here, and so what we would have is a 3-wave, and then what would we expect to the downside? A 3-wave. So it looks like Ethereum needs to come on down for a 3-wave move. Let's see if this measured correctively. There you go, right there. So that came to the 1276. We've got like a diagonal shape there. We've got a 5-wave. Looks like a 535, best I can tell. So that looks finished. You can see the divergence. This is a 4-hour chart. So I like divergence on a 4-hour. Come on. If I exclude that wick right there. No, I can't do that. It's exaggerated. This is exaggerated divergence, so that's okay. So that's exaggerated bearish divergence. So that's fine. So basically, the strength of the move is going down, while price is topping out. So that's looking finished. So I think overall the move here is down. So my guess, I mean, you still could get another move. Stop hunt to the upside, but I don't think so. I think it just comes on down in 3 waves. So we got boom, 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 and now we're going to get that, something like that. And it's a really nice entry up here because the stop is up here. So yeah, I mean, to me it looks like we need 3 waves to the downside here. But remember, we could get another push to the upside. So I'm not sure. All right, Hamed, that's my best analysis there. Let me look on the 2-hour, see if that divergence is any easier to spot. Not really. There might be one more push to the upside, but I doubt it. XRP, sure. XRP, sure. You're welcome, Hamed. I'm glad to do that for you. Put it in log scale so I can see the moves better. That's better. That's a 535. That's just a simple ABC is all that is. Sorry. That's A. B. Could be a running flat right there. And then C. 5 waves. Boom. I like that. Comes right to the 786. So that's the way I would count that. There's a running flat for B. Okay, so that's done. Then what? What structures do we see here? Boom, boom, boom. Looks like a flat to me. It comes up to a really big extension. 2618. That's a flat. See it? It's just a 3-wave move. And that last move is just straight up. That's a flat. That's all that is. So that's a connector wave. So I have a big 3-wave move here. A 3-wave move here. We got a connection here. Okay. Then what? Then what do we have? What's the structure telling us? We got a 3-wave move here. That's all that is. If you measure it, one-to-one extension. Okay, ABC, ABC. So I got a 3-wave followed by a 3-wave. Or I got 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. What do you know, guys? Look here. What's that right there? What is that? It looks like Litecoin. One-to-one extension. You got to move up, a move down that comes 90% or 100%, and a move up. It's just a big structure right here. So that's 3 there. That's 3 there. So after that 3, I got a 1, 2, 3 down, 3 up. What am I going to get now? So the question is, what is that right there? So we know what this is. So this is the big question mark right there. I'm looking for 3 waves though, because I got a 3, a 3, I need 3 to finish. All these are 3s. So I need 3 to finish. So let me offer suggestions. Boom, boom, boom. So that would be boom, boom, boom. That would be our 3 to finish. Boom, 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 like that. So that's a possibility. I got to know what this is, though. So we need to analyze this right here. See if we can figure that out. What kind of wave is it? Let's do some analysis. Hey, we'll see you, Shasta. Take it easy. All right, Ala Belga. Okay, Sky High, you still with me? Doing XRP with you. So let's figure this out here. What is that? That looks like 5 waves right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 3, 5. I haven't really gotten, yeah, okay, so what I'm doing is I'm trying to analyze that wave. I said, what is that? Okay, so it looks like I got a 1, 2, this came down to the 1, 6, 1, 8, 3, 4, 5. So that looks like a 5 wave move right there, then a 3 wave move. And then I got another impulse wave right here. That's another, I could count that as 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. So that, to me, all of that looks like a 5, 3, 5. And if I measure it, I'll bet you it comes out to be corrective. 1-to-1 extension. You see that? So I'm going to call this a 3 wave move. Okay, we've identified that. It looks like we've got a 3 wave move there. And then it looks like we've got a 3 wave move here. So that, XRP could be done. It's possible that XRP is finished. But with Bitcoin needing to come down, see, we got a 3, 3. That could be a 3, 3, 3. It looks like, I don't know. It could do this and then that. And then I think it would be finished. That's speculation. That's the best I got for you. I have to see what structure you get here. There's not enough information there. But that whole thing is just nothing but 3s everywhere. All right, y'all. It's been a long live stream. I am tired. It is midnight. I gotta go. Hey, I hope you guys had a good evening. I hope that was helpful to you. Tonight's lesson is about structure. Guys, got to pay attention to structure. Okay, 5s and 3s, 5s and 3s. Start putting it together. Rec Trader, thanks, man. Appreciate it. You guys watch these trading night school videos, and we'll start putting together Elliott Wave and see if we can take over the internets. Hey, thanks a lot, Aries. Appreciate it. Hope you guys have a fantastic evening. We're gonna cut the stream now. Have a great night. Talk to you later. Bye bye.